Good morning. Namaste. My name is Cecilia, and so I am a tour guide in France. I toured the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, the Versailles Palace, and so on. I do have a lot of customers from around the world, but I was born in France, so that's really my culture out there, and I love to get people to discover it.
My name is Antonio Souza. Souza, I guess it's quite well-known Portuguese surname here in India. Souza, I found a lot of Souza in Goa, by instance.
What's your country?
My country is, of course, Portugal.
It is my first time in Diaries. It's not my first time in India, though. I've been coming many times, but yeah, it's the first time I'm discovering this right here. Lovely, lovely city. Please.
I'm liking it very, very, very much. I guess I have the feeling of being home, knowing that I am a foreigner, but with the feeling that I'm home, that I'm at home. And that's the first time I have that feeling of being home here in India.
I think there's a lot to do. I'm only here for 3 days this time, so I'm already in the middle of my trip. So I think there's more to see, lots of local villages. I still have to visit the fort. I haven't done that. So I don't think I'm going to cover everything indeed, so I might have to come back, yes.
And I've been in several cities here in India. In Goa, for instance, I've been there for a couple of weeks. Then I went to Dammam. I stayed there for a couple of days also. Afterwards, we went to Mumbai. And then we flight to Diaries. And that's the first time I'm feeling, I have that feeling of being home, knowing that I am a foreigner.
Actually, where I live in Paris, it's very busy all the time. People are a little on edge. They're a little upset sometimes. And here, people are very relaxed. So it's kind of the opposite somehow. So for me who I live in a big city, and coming here, it does feel like a real contrast. In terms of similarities, though, in terms of architecture, it is rather different from the rest of places I've visited in India. You have a lot of mosaics everywhere. You have very, very pretty churches. You can see the Portuguese influence. So in that regard, there is a little bit that resembles Europe. But otherwise, it's much calmer, and it feels amazing.
Lots of similarities, mainly with the Algarve, the southern part of Portugal. The houses, the landscape, so flat. The islands, it's quite similar with the south of Portugal. Also the fishermen, so on. So it's a normal thing in the south of Portugal, in the Algarve.
They're very kind. They're very respectful. They're very smiley as well. I noticed that I was walking around yesterday in the streets, and everybody was just extremely, very smiley. Very protective as well. Very keen on helping because I got a little lost, and they gave me directions. It was actually rather nice of them. So they were very, very welcoming, very warm.
What feeling or any lesson are you taking back home after visiting Diu?
Well, I'm going to tell my friends, and I'm tell my bunch of followers or your internet and so on to come to Diaries. If I come back to India, this is the first place where I wish to come to Diaries. Not to Goa. And the presence of Portugal in Goa is very, very clear. It's a little bit strange, but as I told you, I'm feeling more so here in Diaries than in Goa.
I really think how the kindness of the people here, the kindness and the landscapes. It's beautiful. Yesterday I had just a peek at the landscape and the beaches, and it's really beautiful. And I'm really looking forward now to look more into the architecture so that I can take some of that as well. And also this place is wonderful. The Drury's house right here. And I really had a nice exchange yesterday with the owners. I kept them for more than an hour and we had a very nice discussion. So those are things I'm going to take back with me for sure.
Because this is an unknown pearl in India. So people must come to you to know this wonderful place.
So I come to India rather often, but it's the first time I decided to come to Gujarat and to live. And I must say this is very different. I have gone to Rajasthan a lot. I've gone to also the middle of India. I've gone to the south of India. But I never come to Gujarat. It's different here. It is quite different, even in the way it's organized. I feel like I'm not going to say it's a different country, but it's really different from the rest. Each state has its own being, basically. And I visited wonderful sites, UNESCO sites, that had no one in it. So it was a very different. I went to Patan, I went to Modera, I went to the Statue of Unity. Now I'm in Kiev. I'm going to take a very fun train in a couple of days. There's so many things to be doing. And I would say that's a great place to visit, in particular for people who have gone to the highlights of India already and they want to do something different off the beaten path. Here, it's going to be a complete different spectrum.